Another very famous celebrity in our town today, in our state, indeed, Micki Maynard is going to be speaking at the Michigan Chamber of Commerce Future Forum at the Kellogg Center. She is the senior business correspondent and previously the Detroit bureau chief for the New York Times. Welcome back to Michigan.
Well, thank you, but I actually have a new assignment. As of Monday, our project called Changing Gears goes on the air on public radio stations in Michigan, Chicago, and Cleveland. So I've actually left the New York Times, although I have very warm memories of my time there, and I'm going to try to do something to help our region.
Wait a minute, you decided to go from being an ink-stained wretch, a print journalist, into our broadcast world? Why would you do that?
Well, I'll tell you something. I think shows like yours reach a lot of people, and what I'm very interested in seeing is a two-way conversation about the future of Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, and there's a real belief at National Public Radio and other places that we have to have regional conversations. We can't just have everybody wandering around looking for their own solutions. So I decided to, instead of sort of observing from afar, to wade in and try to help people sort all this out.
Well, right now, the issue that comes to mind when you talk about that is the Asian carp and the situation with Illinois and Michigan and so forth. But obviously, you're business-focused, and I'd be curious to get your reaction. I know that about 1,700 Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep dealers are getting together today in Orlando. They haven't done that for 3 years now, as I understand. They're going to get an update on the turnaround project. They're going to get a chance to meet Sergio Marchionne, the CEO, some of them for the first time. And they're going to hear about new product, which we also haven't heard about from Chrysler for a long time. Do you like, without having seen this information yet, the chances of the Chrysler Corporation to be part of the Michigan turnaround?
Well, for Chrysler, it's kind of an uphill battle because they've always been the smallest company. They've always been the most fun to watch. It's you can do more at Chrysler than you can do at the other big companies. And so I think because they got a federal bailout, because they have new leadership, and they're under the wing of Fiat now, they have a fighting chance. And their dealers will be very important to this whole battle. They do have a very interesting car coming called the Fiat 500, and it's sort of Italy's version of the Mini. So we'll see how that does. I think how the new Fiats do and how the new Chryslers do is very, very important to their future.
What will you say to the group today at the Future Forum? You've got Mike Huckabee as the dinner speaker. You'll be on sometime before him. First of all, do you like his chances as a presidential candidate? One would presume he will get his hat into the race.
I have to tell you, I stay pretty far away from politics. It's fun to watch it, but that's not my expertise. So I'll have to duck on, like other people, I'll have to duck on giving an answer on that. But the panel that I'm moderating this afternoon is looking at the future of Michigan, and it's looking at a couple different areas: manufacturing, the fruit business, which is super important to the state. Agriculture is the second largest business in Michigan, and then also tourism. And I know everybody's aware of those Pure Michigan ads. And when I would go to New York and talk to my friends at the New York Times, they'd say, "Oh, we see Jeff Daniels on TV all the time." So those ads have an impact outside the state of Michigan. So we'll be looking at all those areas.
Well, you'll probably hear somebody tell you today that because there is not adequate funding anymore for Pure Michigan, the fall schedule has been canceled and the winter schedule has been canceled, as the funding now has gone all the way back down to $5 million from a peak of 30. And they're hoping that maybe in the lame duck session coming up, there could be permanent funding secured, but it's a tough time to ask for money these days, especially at the state legislature.
And there are huge priorities in the state. Unemployment, education is an important priority, kind of keeping it all duct taped together until the economy can pick up. So on one hand, I understand that, but on the other hand, when you go outside the state, those ads did have an impact. So, whatever people decide to do, I can understand either way.
Understand you're going to be with Carla Spaeth from Northwood University, so we will make you our Northwood University Leader of the Day. Northwood University celebrating 50 years of producing leaders, and you certainly are one of them. So say hi to her and have a terrific time in Spartan country. I know that that you're a Wolverine, a visiting professor there, but this is all about Michigan, so what's good for the Spartans and Wolverines is good for everybody, right?
Hey, well, thank you very much. What a pleasure.
Micki Maynard will be in our state today at the Michigan Chamber of Commerce Future Forum, and there's a little song to play her off here by Tony Cuthbert, our audio engineer. Micki Maynard, you're so fine. Nice to talk to you this morning.